Okay, let's see. How is this volume? It's okay. Is that better? A little low. Testing, testing. Okay, maybe that's better. Not there. Okay, so right now I need to make sure that barrels are barrels are moving next to stationary enemies. Where's my object spawner script? There we go. Let me just test volume too. Okay, it's not picking up any computer volume. It might be this one. Okay, I think there we go. Okay, I think there we go. Yep. Okay, I think there we go. Yep. Yep. I gotta mute this so I don't hear myself double talking, because that would be very difficult. Okay, where was I? Blocking stationary barrels. Same thing if object is a pillar. So let's use a switch for this. That, or if it's a B, need to see if that object is moving. Is there any quick way to get let's see if I have a reference on it already. If this obstacle get is moving. If that's false, then block stationary equals true. Okay. Let's test and see if this is going to always be working then. start seeing some enemies so I can know if this is working or not. That enemy is there, but stationary. Damn it, it's not working. That barrel should not be stationary. This obstacle. Object not sent to reference. Since I'm an object, really. Okay, I'm sending it through. Oh, if it's null, that's why. Okay, so I guess I have to put in if obstacle is... Well, no, that doesn't make sense, because it shouldn't be null then. Oh, I don't have any default, that's why. Don't really need to do anything, just... Still, what the hell? Okay, both barrels are moving, which is correct. But... sample size of 1 is not good enough. And there we go, it is... Oh no, but this enemy is moving, so that's actually okay. You know what? I need to increase my sample size to make testing a little bit easier here. References, levels, infinite mode. Change the medium level to enable bees. Bee move chance to 0%. I don't want bees to move at all, and I want obstacles to spawn a lot more. Enable obstacles. You know what? Just 100% at the start of the game. Right there. 100%. Give me all the bees. Oh, but bees are not enabled right at the start either, so. References, levels, infinite. Enable bees. Oh, no, bees are enabled at the start. Never mind. Bee move chance to... did I set that the wrong way, or is that just broken? It's kind of doing the opposite of what I want it to do. Enemy move chance. Bee move chance is set to 0. They should not be moving at all. Let's just set up to 100. See if I somehow coded in reverse when I was an idiot. Yep. I am somehow a genius who did that in reverse. Cool. So all these barrels should be moving if I did it right. Okay, so it actually looks correct. Yeah, all these barrels are moving. That's good. That's very good. Now that there's no bees, now the barrels have a chance to be stationary. Okay, so it looks like I fixed it. But I have the bees in. I have the enemy move chance set to the wrong way. So let's take a look at what I did there. Oh, that's handled for my difficulty controller. Bee move chance, 50%. Okay, where is this being used? Get enemy move chance. Yeah. What script are we in now? Okay, we're in our obstacle script. Wow, I sure did this in a roundabout sort of way. Randomize moving. Okay, now we have our 50% or 0% move chance. Yes, here is why roll is greater than 100 minus move chance. Okay, now all the bees should be moving. Yep. And the barrels have a chance of being stationary. That's all well and good. Okay. Let's set those values back because that test was a success. Medium, change that to obstacle spawn chance was at 10%. B move chance was at 50%. Okay, well, bat and bee spawn chance should not both be at 100. That does not make sense. Change this to... yeah, what should it be? It's medium difficulty, so not too bad. So 50% for bats, 25% for bees. And bees can be enabled after, I don't know, 2,500. Bats after 1,000. You know what? Make this higher. 25,000 or 2,500, 5,000. Okay. So my difficulty controller is in pretty good shape. But don't want to change that up. I'm gonna leave that for now. I need to start testing some timed variables. Also, I need to fix test auto scroll. What to do next? Let's take a look at timed barrels. You can go in any number of directions, but timed barrel seems like a decent enough place. You know what? See how easy it is to create a new level if I just do it like this. 5002. Or is this next one called hard, I think? What's the script that's attached? It's just the difficulty controller. (5002) level mode is infinite. Does not have an end. So does that mean I just leave that at 0? Let's see what those launch power settings are. Yep, sounds good. Just gonna leave that stuff alone for now. I wonder if that does work. I'll try it later. 2.5 and 3. Maybe just a little bit faster because it is a harder difficulty. So I've been at 0 and 25. Maybe I should really just be copying these values over. Okay, barrels can start aiming downwards a bit. And 25, and let's do a little bit higher. It's moving angle chance. Okay, so in this case we have 45 degrees enabled right at the start. Well, let's say in this case we have 90 degrees enabled right at the start. Hmm. 2, 5, 0, and 3. Let's keep these consistent for now. Percentage spin chance. %. Welcome, viewer. I see I have someone, but it's been so long since I've streamed on Twitch I forget how to check who. Spin chance increases. Size 6, I suppose. Well, look who, if it isn't a Wiggles. How's it going? It's been a long time since you've seen my stream. Let's make that 20%. Indeed. Well, it's not the worst idea to see if I can generate any interest in this game from just doing a bit of streaming. We'll see what happens. And let's do 75% there. So I'm just setting up a new difficulty right now. I don't know if it's going to be distracting or not. I mean, I'll probably end up doing it, if this works out, I'll probably end up doing a combination of working on it and streaming, and then just not working on it and streaming. So maybe if it's just like a once in a while thing. I don't really know. We'll see how well it works out. Let's enable 0G after. Now, you know what? We're going to have it enabled. But then it's only 5%, and then we can change this to. So you can take a look at all the things I'm doing. I'm trying to like explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So basically, I'm just setting up all the statistics for a new level right now. But I'm basically trying to still test out things on the difficulty controller and see how different I can make it. Let's see. So right now, this is the 0 gravity barrels at different percent at different distances. I'm changing the percentage for each one of them to spawn. 2,500, only a 1% chance to spawn. And then at the 3,000 mark, you're not going to get 0G barrels anymore at all. Stationary barrels are enabled, 50% chance for them. Obstacles. Oh yes, this is hard, so we're definitely going to start with some obstacles. Obstacle spawn chance at the start, 10%. Enable pillars. Let's make them kind of all even in this case. The slightly higher chance for pillars. Pillars will be there at the start. Bats will come in after, I don't know, let's say 2,000 meters. Bees can come in after 4,000 meters. Big test in here is just going to be to see if time barrels work. Let's go to the main menu and see what happens. Let's try hard. Not getting any errors, so that's a good sign. Terrible first shot, though. Okay, so I'm not seeing any time barrels at all, which makes me think I forgot to give them a percentage to actually show up. Let's take a look. References, levels, infinite mode. 1002 hard, timed barrels, time barrels. Yes, percentage, time, 0. I have so many different variables for creating levels. Like, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Let's go to hard and up that percentage chance. Okay, so time barrels, enable timed at the start. Yeah, everything's enabled, but time barrels, you're going to have a 25% chance of showing up just for testing. So let's see how this works. We'll just leave it at that for now. Okay, now some time barrels. So let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it automatically launches me. So surprisingly, this is one thing that actually kept working when I changed my game, when I swapped everything up. Is this really a 25% chance, though? Maybe. It could just be roll of the dice, bad luck, that I'm not seeing more of them. Okay, here's another. But the question is, do I want to give the player any more additional control if they're in a time barrel? Like, I feel like there's two ways to do this. One, I either give a significant amount of time for time barrels so they're not too overly demanding. Or two, okay, there's a glitch there. That one just launched me on its own. I didn't do that. So let's see if it does it again. It's not doing it again, but I think I might know what the problem is. Probably still had an invoke going on it. I kind of wish I was just starting this from the beginning right now. Okay. Let's see what happens if it goes back in. That's good. Okay, it gives me 1 second, and then it launches me again. So it's very quick on a relaunch. So I kind of feel like, though, that having more control would not be a bad thing. While I think about this, let's take care of another little couple of glitches. When the zombie bonks his head onto a pillar, okay, we're not doing any of that anymore. When the zombie bonks his head onto a pillar, something should happen. God, why did I do it? Why did I code everything so stupid? Okay. Bounce, knockback, on collision, exit 2D, lose life. What's this all under? Collision methods. Okay. Handle victory collider. That's what I need to make. Private void handle victory collider. And let's just put all of this code in there. Where's this if statement ending? Find matching bracket. Is that for... What the hell? I don't know how I was originally coding this. Okay. Handle victory collider. There we go. Now I'm not doing all that code in the on trigger, which was... Ugh, stupid previous Jonathan. Okay. Handle victory collider, which is actually not what I'm looking at all. What I want to do is handle pillar obstacle. Okay, so I actually did this one by putting it in its own method, correct? Still a lot going on in here. Flying particles dot set active false. Oh, you know why? Because it's getting an error when it reaches here because I disabled this whole camera shake thing. Okay, so you know what? Let's just get rid of this camera shake and now try to bonk into a pillar and see what happens. Terrible shot. Do I have pillars set up? I have pillars set up, don't I? Don't I? Don't I? Okay, I know I do in medium. Let's try medium. Okay, there's a pillar. Let's try bonking our head into it and see what happens. Yes, okay. Disable that error, that's good. But I need to bonk my head at a pillar from a distance now to see if the smoke stops. Okay, good. I just need to bonk my head. There we go, smoke stops. And I get damaged particles, which is also good. Not sure I'm a fan of them not rotating, but... But at least it looks okay beyond that part. What else is happening there? I can make some cooler particles. It's not bad, but I can make better. Probably just by changing the particle type. Buddy, let's have some fun and work on some particles now. Hurt particles. Okay, I think it is texture sheet animation. Let's give this a custom texture because I know how to do that now, whereas before I did not know how to do such a thing. So I need something that looks like little stars. Okay, those guys there. Okay, perfect. I like these guys. These are very much like, oh, I just got damaged. Oh, even better, these guys here. I like these ones. Not grid. Change this to sprites. Drag this on. Restart. What's going on color-wise there? How do I have this set in the renderer? Do I have something weird going on here? I probably have something weird going on here. Oh, maybe it's just the... because I use the black background one. Let's try this. Yeah, okay, that's better. But it's still... it's a weird shape. Do I have it stretched or something? What on earth is going on with that? Okay, let's just see. Emission. Shape. Circle. Okay, I want them going in a burst. A burst of 30. It shouldn't really be a problem. I feel like maybe I should just start all over again with this particle effect. Simulation space, world. Scaled, start speed. Let's make this very slow so I can maybe see what's going on. And longer. They look so weird. They look so weird. Why do they look like that? I should just start all over again? Let's just start all over again. See if it fixes them. Put a new particle system on. Oops. No, not a new script. Particle system. Renderer. Material. Default particle. Just make sure I actually have the default particle set. Yeah, I do. Default particle. Just Call these hurt particles too because I'm creative like that. And then enable texture sheet animation. Change this to sprite again and try attaching this and seeing if it looks any less weird. No, it actually still looks weird. Okay, so maybe it's just the sprite after all, and it's not my texture sheet animation. So what the heck is going on with these guys? Why on earth do all of them look this weird? Just something about this star one. Disable this. Four. And the start color on these guys, start speed was going to be a lot faster. It's going to be 3. Okay, but maybe we just have to use a different particles that doesn't look so weird. Yeah, okay, that looks better. Like, ow, little stars appear from his head because he banged it, or she banged it. Okay, it was just a weird particle. Now to add some randomness to it. Random between 2 colors. Yellow and white, that might already be good. Let's try between yellow and red. Red's kind of an ow, I just banged my head color. Ugh. Looks gross. Yellow and red and orange? Nope. Maybe yellow was the right color. Yellow and white. Which is kind of already what I was going for. Yeah. Just maybe not such a bright yellow. Slightly dimmer. Yeah, okay, that's kind of better. Size. Start size. Random between 0.3 and 0.5. 0.3 and 0.5. Maybe that's a little big. Maybe let's try 0.2 and 0.4. Yeah, okay, that's better. Start speed. Where's speed? Speed. Oh my god, there it is. Why do I always have trouble finding things on here? Start speed. So, was that 3? So, slower and faster? 2 and 3? Yeah, it's more of a spread. More of a random spread. And already that's looking a lot better. Ow, we got hurt particles. And then just the position of these particles themselves are kind of weird. I want it closer to his head. That's where we banged our head. Okay, cool. I'm happy with those. Play hurt particles. And what are we doing here? Yeah, this is before I learned about the much simpler way of doing it, so I actually don't need to do that. Well, the contact point I can do. That I don't mind, but I really don't need this coroutine about restoring particles. So I can just set it to world. I know that now. Really? Was that the only thing I had going there? Okay. And also, What is Spark Trail? What's this one? What on earth do I use this for? That looks awful. Okay, don't need hurt particles too. I think the 0G particles actually kind of look alright. I mean, that just is like an on fire effect. I'd still probably make it look a little better though. Texture sheet animation. Do we want to give it a custom particle? One of the smoke ones here, maybe? Sprites. Oh, yeah, that looks way better. That looks good, too. Really, any of these. Oops. 0G flying particles. Which one of these smoke effects do I want? I can just play around with this all day. But let me decide on one. Okay, let's go with that one. And can I change my start color? That's really red. Way too red. Okay, because I have color over lifetime set. What if I just change this to white then? Oh, that could be kind of cool, like a red and blue fire. That could be kind of neat. It's a little strong. So if we're going this route, maybe this should be behind the player. Renderer, player level 13. Okay, so maybe that. But then maybe what we need to do is also give the player a light and then make the player's sprite glow red. That could be kind of cool. Let's try this. 0G light. 2D light. Just add a light from here. 2D light experimental. Make it a sprite light. Make it the same as the zombie sprite. I think is one of these. Now, target all layers. I'm going to rotate this by, what, 90 degrees? No, 180 degrees. Try to get it more balanced onto the player. Scale it -1 in the Y. Is that right? Yeah, okay. And just try to line it up now. Oh, but it's a colored, so you know what, that's not going to work. Okay, let's not do a sprite light. It's just going to be freeform maybe. Point 0 0 0 1. No cookie. And just give it kind of a glow. Inner radius, outer radius, fall off intensity. Play around with all these settings to find something I like. No, I want it to be kind of a round light. But maybe I can rotate it by like 90 degrees. 180. $270. Started at the head. Maybe that's not gonna work. Doesn't look too bad down here. You know what? That just doesn't look too bad. Definitely gotta get rid of that shadow in there, but other than that, it looks okay. Let's try that, see how it works. That light really makes that shadow obvious. Right. Zero G particles. Private game object 0G light. And wherever we are setting this active, okay, we're only setting it true on one place. Let's put this in its own method. Private void play 0G effects. Private void stop 0G effects. Play 0G effects. Private void play standard launch effects. 0G launch effects. And just stop 0G effects. Play 0G launch effects. In case I want to have anything more. Stop 0G. Play 0G. I don't know if that's necessary, but oops. Play standard launch effects. I feel like that doesn't need to be there. Okay. Right, 0G particles. 0G light dot set active true. Zero G light dot set active false. Okay. Where else did I have this? This is under player. Player enter barrel. What? Private void stop launch effects. Stop 0G effects. We'll call that from there. Play standard launch effects. Stop all launch effects. Stop all launch effects. Removed from barrel. Stop all launch effects. Yeah, that's where it can be said. What is this? Handle player victory state. Just again. Stop all launch effects. Good, I should only be calling it 2 places now. True and false, 1. Okay, that's good. And damn it. Play standard launch effect. Okay, that's where we want to be calling it true. That's where we want to be calling it false. Play 0G launch effects. Okay, we don't need to be calling that again in there, I would think. What did I do? Flying particles. Okay, here's where we want to be. Oh. Flying particles. Clean up my code. Stop all launch effects. Okay, once set true, once set false. Handle player respawning state. Stop all launch effects. Stop all launch effects. Stop all launch effects. One true, one false. Okay. Looking much better here. Now, let's test out these cool effects and see if they work. Was I just setting them active, or what was I doing? Particles that set active, true. No, not level select. Damn it. Infinite mode. Let's try this. Right. Player, light effect has not been assigned. Well, I need to do something about that, don't I? 0G light. There we go. Try that again. Definitely need to fix that as well. Okay, let's test the 0G barrel, see how this looks. Ooh. Not quite as good as I had hoped. It's okay, it's when I'm testing it. And I'm getting no launch effects from there. So I probably disabled something I didn't mean to. Ugh. It's okay, that's why I'm testing all this. Player. Whoosh sound. Okay, well, I definitely need to make it softer, that's for sure. I could, number one, can I scale a light? No, that's not going to work. Okay, fall off intensity is okay. The color's good, but maybe just turn its intensity down. Maybe I do need to make this freeform light. Just add a few more points here. Kind of something like that. Then just change the fall off. That looks a little better. When it's blended with the smoke, it should probably look a lot better. Okay, let's try that perhaps. Particle holder, hurt particles. Why were you not playing? Hurt particles. Let's see what we're doing with them. Hurt particles. Find all references. Should be working. Has to do something with this, though. You know what? I think I know. It's probably a local versus world issue. Let's just comment this out and just play them. Hurt particles dot play. Just nothing complicated, just like that. Now, right, and I also wanted to do one more thing. Flying particles. Make these look cooler. That looks pretty lame. I can't have lame. Okay, flying particles. Change it to... Where is it? Texture sheet animation. Change from grid to sprites. Look into our transparent and pick another smoke sprite. Maybe these ring ones. Ooh. Very big, but cool. Probably something more like that. Even these scorches, I wonder. No, definitely not. Not so much. Smoke 7. Smoke 6. No. Smoke 5. Nah. Smoke 4. Smoke 3. Smoke 2. That one is kind of more, I think, maybe aligned. So let's try smoke 1. Smoke 2 has a little more variation to it, I think. Okay, but anyways, we're still gonna add some randomness to it. One color over lifetime. What are we doing with the color? Let's just leave this at white. We're gonna just change the starting color manually. Random between two constants. Don't need to be that thick. Actually, that's not bad. Okay, not maybe pure black, but like definitely a darker color. And random between start size. 1 to 3. I don't know, maybe even bigger? No. 2 to 3. That's better. And start speed. 0.5. 0.1. No. 1 to 2. 1 to 1.5. Even less. 1.25. Start lifetime. Random. 1, 2, 1.5. Max particles, that's probably a lot. Like 50. And okay, and how am I initiating those? Flying particles dot set active true. You know what, they should always be active. I just don't want them to start on awake. I just want them to just play. Flying particles dot play. And then just flying particles dot stop rather than hold game object. Okay, let's see how these effects look. If I test it out and hopefully everything works the way it should. Hello, looks like I have a new viewer. How's it going? I'm playing around with particle effects right now and seeing if I can make everything look better. And we're about to test out and see if it is looking better or not. Okay, the smoke lasts a little bit when I enter the barrel. I'm not sure if I like that. And let's see what happens when I bash into a pillar if the sparks appear. I would hope if I actually bashed. Yes, we're getting sparks. Okay, that actually looks pretty cool. I like that. We get new effects when we enter a barrel. Okay, but I really need to fly for a bit and see how those smoke looks. Smoke's not really having too much of a chance to appear. I think I need to make it appear faster. It does look better though. But also maybe it should just instantly disappear when I enter a barrel. And these... Okay, I feel like the fire is kind of going the wrong way. Let's try that again. Yeah, I could not get a good shot there to test it. So the smoke behind the zombie looks good. And that looks okay too, it's just... Yeah, the fire is flying towards the zombie's head, so I need to actually just reverse the orientation of it. So the fire is flying away from the zombie's head. That would be better. That would make more sense. Following just, you know, what we call the rules of physics. So those are good. They're just... Probably their speed needs to be a little faster and their life needs to be a little shorter. So start speed, let's change that up to, I don't know, 1.5 and 2. And then we'll make their start lifetime between 0.5 and 1. Okay, so we're going, I think that makes more sense. That way they appear faster. Well, there's one way to know for sure. It's just testing it out. It looks a little sparse, though. Can I increase the number here? Change my mission? Maybe from 10 to 20? Okay. Try that out, and then I also need to reverse the flying direction. These guys here. Because everything gets weirdly reversed when I start this up. Let's see. that's not the one I want. Okay. Minus 90. But... okay, that to me would make more sense. And finally, just change it so the 0G particles are always going to be active and we're just going to start and stop them. That would be good. Flying particles dot clear. Zero G particles dot stop. 0G particles dot clear. Set active. Zero G particles dot play. Awesome. That should make a little more sense. And okay, time to test this out one more time. Main menu. And then maybe take a break and go get dinner. This food is usually good. Okay. Liking these flying effects better. Let's test this out. Okay, the fire is going the proper direction now, and I like that light. You can see the sparks. Yes. Everything's looking way better now. Right. What was it going to do? Oh, yes, I just have to do a little fix over here. And make sure that the particles are not playing on awake. Because that does not make sense. They should not be playing on awake. So, rotation, where's my 0G particles? Yes, just take off play on awake. There we go. Flying particles should also, okay, they're not playing on awake. It was just the 0G ones. So, overall, I think that is in much better shape. Oh, and just as a fun thing, I want the zombie to fall into the barrel head first, because I think that would be more fun than falling in by feet first. Because who wants to fall in feet first? Definitely's got to fall in head first. There we go. Welcome, viewer. I see my number's gone up by 1 here. And let's take a look at what happens now when we start. Yes, fall in head first, my zombie friend. Ha ha ha. There we go. Cool smoke effect when the zombie's flying. Oh yeah, it just falls in first. Head first all the time now. I don't even need to change that. Alright, and cool fire effects when we launch. And sparks that when the zombie bonks its head. I need to make the camera shake still, but that's okay. In terms of particles, it is looking like it is a lot cooler. Maybe I could even add a particle when the zombie's falling into the barrel from a respawn. Could probably do that. And bonk your head on the top. I need to do more things with pillars too, but that's another story. Overall, I'm loving these particle effects. They're really, really adding a lot to it. Maybe just like the sparkles around here I could do something with. 8 o'clock though. I think I'm gonna call it here and go get something to eat for dinner because it is getting a little late. So, thank you for watching.